Hey, this is Trevor Muir, and I want to tell you about one of my very favorite tools to use when having students do collaborative group work. Whether it's in an in-person classroom or even in a virtual classroom, this tool has absolutely changed the game for me, and it's called a group contract. Essentially what a group contract is it's a tool used to outline group expectations and promote healthy collaborative work and help students hold each other accountable when they're doing work together. And so anytime we do some type of collaborative project, when I put students into groups, I share with them this template of the group contract. And I tell them, make a copy of this template on Google Docs and share it with the rest of your group. And then you're gonna spend time filling it out together. Before you do any work on the project, you are going to fill this out as a group. And so maybe this is in a breakout room on Zoom, or if they're in person, it's around a table. So they go in and they fill out their names, they put their contact information, so that if they need to get in touch with their group mates, if somebody's absent for whatever reason, they're still able to get in contact with them. That excuse no longer works. Hey, I was absent, and that's why I wasn't able to contribute in the group. And so they go and put their contact information, maybe have them have a discussion about what strengths do you have concerning the task that we're doing. You found out we're doing this video project, or we're doing a project where we're interviewing community members, or you found out that we're growing something. Whatever it is, do you have any strengths in this area? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but let's share it with the group so that we're getting familiar with each other, so that we can use those strengths and also know of areas for growth and move forward with the project. Next, I would have students have a conversation with each other about what the actual goal of this project is. Too many times I've had students do group work and you get like a week into it and there's this one student who's just sitting there doing nothing, and you say, why aren't you working? And their response is, I don't even know what we're supposed to do. Well, if you use a group contract and you make sure that the students have a conversation with each other and then they all write it out on the contract, then that excuse doesn't work. Then everybody's on the same page. Hey, this is what we're trying to accomplish with this collaborative project. And so have them do that. And then next I would move on and have them have a discussion about what can we all stack hands on? What can we all agree with on this project? How can we agree to act and collaborate during this time together? Because here's the truth. We all know that collaboration is difficult. We know that collaboration is hard to lead, but it's also hard to be on a team and have differing personalities and have differing opinions and having some people who want to do all the work and others who just lay there and do nothing. We know that group work is hard, especially as educators. We really know that. But guess what? Students know that too. Students know why collaboration is hard. And so what if we had our students have a conversation with each other discussing, hey, I don't like it when somebody's on their phone during group time, or I don't like it when everybody gets the same grade as me even though I did most of the work, or I don't like it when somebody's absent and they don't check in, or I don't like it when it feels like I'm doing most of the tasks and other people aren't, or I don't like it when we set a due date for each other about when a task is supposed to be done and other people aren't actually hitting those due dates. I don't like blah, blah, blah. We get why collaboration's hard, and students do too. And so lead a conversation with them and then have them write down ways that they are going to make sure that those things that they don't like about group work don't happen during this project. Have them talk about it, have a scribe write it all down in the contract, and then at the bottom of the contract, have your students sign this contract. Have them say, you know what, I am putting my name on it that I am going to stick by this contract. I am not going to commit these errors. Now, is this foolproof? Is this guaranteed to get perfect collaboration out of your students? No, absolutely not. Students are going to have hiccups along the way. Collaboration's hard and it can be messy, but it's also incredibly important that we do it. However, when you have a contract like this, when students are led through a conversation and actually record about what they want to see in collaborative work time, instead of just kind of ignoring these realities, instead we face them and we have students face them and then they put their names to it, what you'll find is that this serves as an accountability tool. You'll find that students are going to be much more likely to collaborate better because there was this conversation leading up to it. Or if you see a student who is not abiding by the contract that they signed, that they committed to, if you see a student breaking the covenant with the group, either you as an educator can go to that student and say, hey, you signed here that you weren't going to be on your phone during group work time. Or, hey, you signed here and you said that you were going to check in with your group and they are all telling me that you're not checking in. What's going on? They can say, yep, I guess I did. And this can lead to some correction and some iteration that leads to better collaboration down the road. And this might take a little bit more practice, you can teach students to use this group contract as an accountability tool. You can teach them to go to somebody who's not collaborating well and saying, hey, the group contract says that we cannot be on our phones during work time. Or the group contract says that we are committed to the due dates that we assign to ourselves or we assign with each other. Can you please get back to work? And all of a sudden you've got this accountability tool and you're teaching students how to hold each other accountable, which, let me just remind you, is an absolutely essential skill. We need students who know how to work with other people. We need students who understand healthy conflict and know how to get hard things accomplished in groups. It is absolutely essential. And I found that the group contract is a great tool to help you do that. And so if you are interested in this group contract, make your own, or feel free to use mine and tailor it to however you want for your own students. I really believe that this can be used for younger students in elementary, all the way through college and university students, which, by the way, I use. I use this exact contract with seniors in college because it's just a good way to get students on the same page before they do collaborative group work with each other. So check it out. Check out the group contract. And hopefully it can help make collaboration go smoother with you and your students.